was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, Dave.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something big to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Dropping back, it's Kane. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Spits it out to the back. Grabs it in the middle. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Hand off from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal, South Carolina.
Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, South Carolina. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they did tack on the extra point.
South Carolina, 7. Georgia Tech, 0.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, and you got to lock in.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Yellow Jackets come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Kane. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Maddox. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet, and they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
The The RPO, fire complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The game. They're going to run it. Sweet cut there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Jones. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's King. Makes the grab. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the 1st down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Back to throw, it's King. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Trying to find the end zone. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. His defense has been able to force a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Kane. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Ncaa. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking downfield, it's Overton. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. The quick out. And he's still running after the move. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Off play action. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that little ball and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. This quarterback part of their running game. Turning it on! He'll work his way down to the 28.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Maddox. Runs through a tackle. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. It's King. Rushes on him. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you You want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Overton. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That gives them a 16-10 lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hold and finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sideline. Looking for a man. It's Overton. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trying to get the corner. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Out of the shotgun, they go.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Snagged in the middle, it's Watson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Overton. Quickly complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Gain of 20.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Line is set on 3rd down. To the air, it's Kane. Pressure coming. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throwing right. This time he's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. It's 3rd and long. You've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're going to allow a check down throw to the running back to go pick up that first? Man, that's going to drive this defensive coordinator crazy.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Kane. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Four wideout set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's stolen. There he goes. Really good surge from this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Back to pass. It's King. Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's the handoff. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Overton. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lost one down the sideline. And he reels it in inside the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Iowa is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 17 to Louisville. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything. He uncorks one deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Working that left side. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Overton. It's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Right down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. on the option. Now the toss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jones. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.